Back after this on 103.3 The Fix and WJTS 18 Sports. Airfield. Another hookup from Logan Wilkerson to Kenton Cruz has Heritage Hills back in South Spencer territory, and suddenly South Spencer unable to move the football as well, with Jake Burden having been injured and the running game suffering a little bit as a result. And now Heritage Hills finding some offense in the passing game, looking at 1st and 10. Rebels take timeout defensively to try to get some things shored up.
Isaiah Stokes on trying Kenton here for a while. 6 on 6.
Out of the pistol, the give is to Conarding, and again he finds very little, and I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. He did not. Stop back at the 36 for a loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
It's a broken record, but it's going backwards on 1st down, running the football.
Every time. Every single time.
Brings up 2nd down for the Patriots.
The one 1st down throw was an interception, so what do you do?
Sablehouse will go wide to the far side, Cruz to the near side, the offset eye in the pistol with an H-back Collins to the far side. Wilkerson takes a low snap on one hop, turns around, fires the deep ball far side for Sablehouse, and he cannot make a leaping catch near the sideline. Tyler Snyder in coverage. That was a great play by Wilkerson just to come up with that snap, turn around and get that ball off, and Sablehouse just could not pull it in on the far side.
He threw it about 50 yards in the air too. He threw it all the way across the field and 40 yards downfield, but with that angle, that's almost 50 yards in the air.
So now it's 3rd and 11 from the Rebel 36. And probably 4-down territory for the Patriots unless they go backward in this down.
About that.
Patriots need to run a stop route here. They've been running deep. They need to run a stop route. Get those defenders back on their heels and then stop it.
Same formation. Wilkerson to throw. Pressure comes, fires far side, and a diving, leaping catch for Caleb Steckler, and a flag after the play, and 2 players going after it. So they're separated, and we'll see who this is against and whether it's considered after the play, and we'll have to get this all settled. And first of all, whether Steckler gets 1st down yardage. He was right at the stick, and he made a full-out dive, and that'll be offsetting penalties. They're going to call unsportsmanlike against both players involved in that scrum. No punches were thrown. There was some shoving, but no punches. And
it's after the play, I believe. I think the play's going to stand.
I think you're right. So
they're going to bring it back.
Nope.
3rd down.
Wow.
We'll call it continuing action.
Hold it there.
Wait a minute.
Well, now they're talking it over again, and now, it is a 1st down. Now they're saying it's after the play. So the 1st down catch for
Logan Steckler.
Steckler stands. Now the Rebel sideline goes berserk, as the Patriots sideline had prior to that decision. The elite official comes over to give Tom Packer the explanation.
So the play counts, and it's a 1st down for the Patriots.
He did not signal dead ball, though, when he called the penalty. But this is a...
So the football will rest at the South Spencer 25 for 1st and 10.
Patriots are going to come to the line here, even though the officials haven't started the play clock or started the play.
Lead official just now getting back into the backfield after that conversation with Tom Packer. Same formation out of the pistol for the Patriots. Wilkerson turns, hands it off, and again, Conarding caught in the backfield for a loss back at the 27-yard line.
And Gabe's down. Gabe's hurt.
He took a shot.
2 guys just nailed him.
There's no blockers there.
None whatsoever. I mean, Gabe gets the ball, and there's 2 guys on him every time. That was a big hit.
So Conarding down after losing 2 yards on the play. And lost in all that scrum and the offsetting penalties and whether the play would count was an outstanding catch by Logan Steckler. First, he played like basketball center and basically he turned and blocked out the defender, and then had to dive toward the sideline and make a tremendous catch. It was an outstanding play by Steckler, but now Conarding being looked at on the field. So timeout on the field right now with 8:51 to go. South Spencer continues to lead 10-7, but Heritage Hills trying to mount a comeback.
Yeah, you hate to see Gabe down like that. I hope that's just a cramp or something like that. He's got a bad ankle, and his ankle's been what's bothering him, and that's why he's been playing limited
He's so
time.
tough. He's so tough. He works so hard and plays through it.
Yeah, and he gets up and limps off the field under his own power, so don't want to speculate, but
Patriots need a little misdirection. They've got to fake the handoff and come back with some sort of reverse or some sort of movement, because South Spencer is just getting so much penetration on that first handoff.
And, you know, they tried that with the quarterback keeper, and that didn't work. That went for a loss, too. So 2nd and 12 for Heritage Hills from the Rebel 27. The South Spencer fans on the near sideline getting involved. Logan Steckler goes wide to the far side. Kenton Cruz wide to the near side. Jacob Pun enters the tailback in that offset eye in the pistol with an H-back Collins to the far side. Another low snap. Wilkerson picks it up. Fires to the end zone far side. Leaping catch. Touchdown Patriots.
That was the go there.
Steckler, they
27.
fake the short route and go the long one, and he goes 27 yards for the touchdown.
And that's a huge play, great pass. Patriots having very little time, but Logan knew where he wanted to go with it, and Logan Steckler did a nice job.
Wilkie's doing a great job of picking up them snaps too, boys.
Yeah, that was a low snap, very low snap. You're right.
Colin Curtis on to attempt a very important extra point. Snap is high, down on the tee. Kick has the distance, and he got it through. He nearly pushed it right, but he got it through. And that's big because it now makes it a 4-point game. Heritage Hills, its first lead of the night, 14-10 over South Spencer. 8.5 minutes to go, and now the Rebels have to figure out how they can get some offense going with their leading runner on the bench, and Jake Burton.
Jake Burton's a tough kid, and he's going to want to be on that field, but
he is staying in Coach Packer's hip pocket too. I mean, he has been for 2 series now.
Yeah, he's hurt, and maybe, you know, we can't really speculate, but he wants on that field.
Little breeze picked up here, boys.
Yeah, storm blowing in, I think.
Well, a little confusion there as Heritage Hills was going to line their kicking unit up on the wrong side of the field. Now we're set. Stokes and Rowe in the deep backs at around their own 10. Curtis kicked his last one a little deeper. Rowan had to go back and catch it with his momentum going toward the end zone inside his own 5. So they'll back up a little deeper this time. 8.5 minutes to go. Heritage Hills leads for the first time, 14-10. Curtis approaches. Line drives one, spirals, hits at the 20. One hop to Rowan at the 13. Up to the 20. Gets hit at the 27 and will go down around the 30. So decent field position for the Rebels, but pretty well covered for the Patriots.
Jake Wilson came in hard and made a nice hit there.
Rebels take over 1st and 10.
Put the football on the 30 for 1st and 10. And Jake Burton is in the huddle for South Spencer.
Yeah, it would be hard to keep him off the field, whether he's got a broken leg or whatever he's got.
He's a warrior too.
Yeah, he's a player.
Roberts wide to the far side. Rowan in a very tight slot to the near side. I formation, and Burton gets the call coming near side. Gets hit and will be spun down at the 32-yard line. He'll pick up 2 or 3 on the play. 2nd down and long for the Rebels.
Nice job by Sam Collins there, coming over to make the hit.
Yeah, Sam Collins playing a tough defensive end, and Aaron Bain playing a tough defensive end for the Patriots, doing a nice job.
2-yard gain on 1st down, 2nd and 8. Roberts goes wide to the far side. Rowan in that very tight slot to the near side, or to the far side, I should say, I formation. Webb underneath center, takes the snap, fakes it, and goes on an in around Rowan, does not get away. Andrew Bell latches on. They finally drive him backwards and out of bounds. forward progress for Rowan. And the Rebel bench livid because there was some action after the play that did not get flagged.
Well, Andrew Bell coming up from that corner position has just been a huge addition to this Patriot defense to make that play.
So the football all the way back at the 22-yard line, 23-yard line for third down and about 16. 16 or 17 on third down. Four wide in the shotgun for the Rebels. Webb awaits the snap. Takes it. Has some time. Looks. Fires deep down the near sideline for Roberts. And did he make the catch? Yes, he did. At the Patriot 48-yard line.
He was bobbling that.
The side judge asked the back judge if he made the catch, and all the back judge could tell was that when he hit the ground, he had the football. What he couldn't see, what we could see on this near sideline up at the press box, that Roberts bobbled it just slightly.
A side judge over here is struggling just a little bit, boys. He's got to be there to see that ball's being juggled on the way out of bounds.
So the Rebels back, or the Patriots, Rebels back in Patriot territory at the 48. Out of the shotgun, Webb takes the snap. Burden gets the call right up the middle and will wrestle his way inside the 40. Still going down near the 35 before he's finally stacked up. And I mean stacked up. There are 8 or 9 guys in that scrum between the offense and the defense at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, some of the Patriots trying to strip that ball from Bird.
R.J. Shaw came out of that a little hot under the collar, and he's got teammates trying to settle him down as he heads back to the
Yeah, very intense down there on this field right now.
You can feel it all the way up here in the press box.
Yes, you can.
No place for the timid. Four wide receivers again. Out of the shotgun, Webb on 1st and 10. Malin takes the snap, fakes it, keeps it himself. Inside the 35 to the 30 and wrestled down right around the 29-yard line.
Zach Jones on the stop, but a nice gain on 1st down.
Taken down by number 68.
R.J. Shaw, who we talked about before the play, was 5 yards downfield from where Webb was tackled, blocking his man. They both ended up on the ground. Nothing extracurricular, but that's how hard those two were going at it.
RJ, I think, has been on the sidelines for the last couple of weeks, so he's got it built up.
6-yard gain for Webb on 1st down, 2nd and 4, down to 6:18 to go. Heritage Hills leads 14-10. 4 wide receiver Webb runs the keeper near side, pitches it on the option. Burden running in 25, makes a man miss 20, 10, 5, touchdown Rebels, and South Spencer goes back on top.
Yeah.
Couple of great moves there for Jake Burden.
Yeah, it was a couple of great moves, but
big time flip.
Big time pushing it back there.
Big time.
What was the line of scrimmage there? Was it 27?
27, I think. 27-yard touchdown run.
So South Spencer back on top. Shane Shelton will attempt an extra point.
And even 30 there, Steve, was the line of scrimmage.
Snap is good. Kick has the distance, and it snuck inside the left upright, and now South Spencer back on top by 3 at 17-14. So Burden a 30-yard run, Shelton the extra point. And we just waited until late in the 3rd quarter to get exciting in this football game.
Yeah, that was boring first half, 3-0.
I don't know. I think they've hit each other really hard the whole game. I mean, I'm sitting up here going, yee.
That's true.
You can feel it, man.
So now South Spencer back on top at Heritage Hills with 6 minutes.
Might be whoever has it last. Might be whoever has it last.
Well, South Spencer, the advantage of being able to run the ball. Patriots having to pass the ball makes it a little more risky.
See if the Rebels make any adjustments this time. They adjusted. They put a safety over the top of Kenton in that last series, and so Logan went the other way.
Yeah.
Bell, Cruz, and Moser back deep inside their own 5. Shelton to kick it away, takes that 15-yard approach. Right foot's a line drive down the middle. This might be returnable. It is for Bell from the 10. Up the 20, right up the middle, 25, 30, breaks to the outside to the 40, and finally down at the 43-yard line. Andrew Bell not too far away from returning one in the distance there.
Yeah, again, that's another exceptional athlete on the field. The Patriots are just getting to go, just getting him kind of coached up.
Well, you can see him build that head of steam too, man. And
that was one that Shelton just didn't get quite to the bottom of the football on that kick. And so that line drive was returnable if it was caught, and Bell was able to catch it in midair. So the Heritage Hills offense back to work, down 3 points, 17-14. 5:55 to go. Patriots with 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Wilkerson in the shotgun. Conarding set to his right.
Rebels a little confused here on the defensive side.
Wilkerson takes the snap, pressure comes, fires near side, incomplete. Jake Burton got around the right end, and pressure immediately from him on Wilkerson forced the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Logan just not enough time to let his receivers get open there. And that's always been a strength of South Spencer. They put pressure on the passer, and they put a lot of good run pressure as well.
Cruz wide to the near side by himself, 1 wide to the far, that's Steckler. Twin setbacks in the shotgun. Wilkerson to throw, fires the deep ball for Cruz near side. He's there and in and out of his hands at the 25-yard line. Oh, Cruz upset with himself. That may have been a touchdown. Stokes in coverage. Roberts racing over from this single safety. But whether Roberts would have gotten there in time to get Cruz if he'd caught that in stride.
No, he wasn't going to get there.
3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Kenton looking inside, and that ball just a little over to his outside shoulder, and tried to adjust to that and had it, but just a little bit short.
So 3rd and 10 for Heritage Hills from its own 43. 5:44 to go.
Not covered 2 yet.
Wide out to each side, offset eye in the pistol, and H-back Collins to the far side. Wilkerson to throw, looks, fires deep far side for Steckler, and it's incomplete. Tyler Schneider in coverage, the ball overthrown just a hair. 4th down for Heritage Hills. And I think if you're the Patriots, you've got to punt it away and trust your defense to get the ball back here on 4th and 10.
That's what they're going to do.
Still plenty of time and 3 timeouts remaining if you're Heritage Hills, so you've got to trust your defense here. South Spencer needs to get this football and try to run the clock out. Stokes the deepest back at his own 22. The snap to Collins is good. He'll get a wobbly line drive punt away. Hits at the 25, takes a bit of a Patriot roll to the 22 or 21 before it drops and dies there. 17-14, South Spencer on top. Right now the difference in this game, the field goal in the first half. South Spencer made theirs, Heritage Hills just missed on theirs. 5.5 exactly to go. South Spencer with the football, 1st and 10 from its own 22. Isaac Rowan was split wide to the near side. Chandler Roberts to the far side. I formation, Miller and Burden. Webb underneath center. He'll take the snap, and he'll go to Burden near side. Tries to bounce to the outside, and Sam Collins again. Looks like he's going to be late breaking out there, but he's very quick, and he's able to latch onto Burden's jersey and get him after just a no gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
I'm just really impressed with the improvement that he has made on that defensive end spot for the defense.
In 2 weeks, yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
Sam's been playing defensive back all year, and they put him at defensive end because they were so decimated at that position, and he's just really made a difference.
His athleticism, I mean, he's able to fight off a block and then reach out with a long arm and strength to get a hold of it. Impressive.
Same formation on 2nd and 10 for the Rebels. The give is to the fullback Miller, and he'll get it out across the 25 to about the 26, where he is hit hard and dropped. but a positive gain there. It'll bring up 3rd and medium for South Spencer.
Gabe Conarding in the game there.
3rd and about 5, so.
Not going to keep him on the sideline either.
No.
And good news for both of these teams, regardless of the outcome of this one. But both of those injured running backs are able to come back in and play. 3rd and 5 for South Spencer. Roberts and Rowan to the near side. Rowan in a very tight slot.
Patriots ought to sit on that fullback out of the backfield here.
I formation, Webb underneath center. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls near side, fires near side, caught. And it is Keith Miller, and he bowls over a defender for a first down out at the 37-yard line.
Pete called that one. A little flood route there. It's you see it all the time, but it doesn't make it any easier to cover.
Even 4 minutes to go, and the clock winds again after the first down. Rebels 1st and 10 at their own 37. They lead 17-14. Trying to run this clock out. Heritage Hills trying to get the defensive stop to get back into this game again. I formation. Wide out in a slot near side. Webb under center. He takes the snap. He'll pitch near side. Burden. Jake to the 40 and hit and knocked out of bounds around the 42.
Yeah, you want to stay in bounds there if you're South Spencer.
Takes him out of bounds.
And yeah, and the other issue was that, Pete, if you noticed, Jake really turned to protect that shoulder, and that kept him from keeping himself in bounds. He couldn't lower the shoulder into the defender there. But he still picked up 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5.
It's a nice gain on first down, well blocked. This is that run game here where you can go to it, and you can just put a drain on a clock.
2nd and 5 from the 42. Webb with an I formation behind him, a wide out to each side. We'll give it to Burden up the middle. He'll get wrapped up for no gain, it appears. Maybe got a yard to the 43. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. And does Heritage Hills want to take a timeout?
Yeah, I believe they did.
Jake Burden with a...
No, they did not take it there.
Brings up 3rd down for the Rebels.
I think Coach Temple, the defensive coach on the far side for Heritage Hills, thought about it and then changed his mind. 3rd and 4 for South Spencer. 3:05 clock running, 4th quarter. Rebels lead 17-14.
Jake Burden with 114 yards on the ground.
And that's probably a good decision not to take the timeout there, because if South Spencer does pick up the first down, you're in a hole.
I formation. Webb fakes the handoff, rolls to throw, fires, caught again. Same play that they've converted the last 3rd down. Miller the catch. This time he's out of bounds right at the sticks. May have to have a measurement here as we're right across, all the way across the field from those sticks, and they will not bring the sticks across and call it a first down. So another huge pickup for the Rebels at the 48-yard line, I beg your pardon. 2:43 to go and the clock runs. Heritage Hills has the 3 timeouts left.
Got out of bounds. He got out of bounds there.
Oh, he did?
So,
okay,
yeah,
so
he was out of bounds. So now the Patriots are going to have to come up with 3 stops, and they're going to have to use their timeouts.
Wide out to each side, I formation. Webb takes the snap. Quick pitch near side, Miller, 50. And big time tackle down at the 47 of Heritage Hills as Zach Jones came over. It was not a horse collar tackle. It was just high around the shoulders and violent. And a timeout taken by Heritage Hills as that tackle came inbounds at the 47 after a pickup of 5 yards. My goodness, was that a violent tackle.
That's some collisions there.
Yeah, Zach grabbed him around the shoulders and then just ripped him to the ground.
That's the kind of tackle that, frankly, makes you glad we don't play on the old AstroTurf. Seriously, that's an ACL blown for the running back on the old AstroTurf. Here on grass, when it's dewy, you break free from the grass and you don't hurt yourself. But it was that kind of a violent hit and turn that would have almost automatically been an ACL tear in years past on the AstroTurf.
The Patriots are lobbying for some more time. We'll know whether they're going to get it or not.
Doesn't appear like it at this point.
Patriots cannot give up five yards on first down on a run. Just can't do it.
Well, that was a pretty nice play call for the Rebels there, going to the quick pitch to the near side to the fullback.
Yeah.
Because you know all the flow from the linebackers is following Jake Burden on that play.
Rebels have hit that a couple of times. Keith Miller's come up with some big plays here on this drive. And Malin Webb's done a nice job of managing the clock again and picking up the yardage that is needed.
2:28 to go. Heritage Hills with 2 timeouts left. South Spencer 2nd and 5 from the Patriot 47. And the give is to Burden. He gets hit in the backfield and dropped. Zach Jones got him for a loss of a yard and another immediate timeout. And I think we may have some time added here because I think the Heritage Hills coaches got the officials' attention there. Maybe not. So, loss of a yard or so, 3rd down and about 6 coming up for the Rebels. The clock stops at 2:21. And the lead official comes over to the Heritage Hills coaches. They'll relay up to the top of the press box, and those guys will come down and tell the clock keeper what to put the clock at. But big play there for the Heritage Hills defense, because not only do they not give up a first down, they back South Spencer up into a real difficult play choice here, because certainly South Spencer wants to pick up a first down, but there is obvious risk in throwing the football here, and it's hard to pick up a running play of 3rd and 6 and almost 7 yards. So.
I'm going to tell you what the play call is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's going to, only this time they're going to roll it the other way, so Webb's going to have to throw it across his body. I'm going to go, they might come to this side again.
Yeah, the football's close to being in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I'm just talking about they think they have Heritage Hills sitting on it this way.
Yeah.
That's what I think is going to happen anyway.
First down marker at the 42.
Of course, you could run it and just make Heritage Hills burn their final timeout too.
Yeah, you got Jake Burden back there. That might not be a bad option either.
2 wide to the near side. I formation, Webb underneath center. Long count on 3rd down. He will give it to Burden near side. 45, and he'll have the first down. Flag comes in late at the end of this play, during the play. Would be a first down at the 39, but let's see what the flag is. Patriots are clapping. It is a hold against the Rebels. So wipe out the first down and run. It backs the Rebels up.
Should be from the spot up here.
So we'll do 3rd down over. 2:17 to go. And because it's a running play, the clock will start after the ball is set and ready for play.
Unfortunate, because the hold is after the first down if you're for South Spencer.
They'll put it down at the Heritage Hills 49 for 3rd down and 7, so it ends up being a loss of about a yard on the play.
Patriots, for some reason, completely unaware or unready for that play, which was just a quick pitch to the running back.
I can't believe Heritage Hills didn't use their last time out there.
So the clock continues to run. It'll be under 2 minutes when this ball is snapped. I formation, 2 wide to the near side. Rowan in motion to the far side. Webb fakes the handoff, rolls far side, fires far side, caught, and Miller will be shy of the first down.
Now the Patriots use their last time out.
That's close, though.
They'll stop with 1:49.
South Spencer may go for this, 4th and 2.
I think they got to if they're inside a yard here.
Miller made the catch around the 46 and got it down to the 40, just inside the 44. The back of the football is basically at the 44, and the first down is sort of inside the 43, so maybe not quite the 42.
I think you'll see the Rebels line up in an effort to go for it. They'll try to draw them off sides, and we'll see a timeout as they run it all the way down.
So Heritage Hills uses its 2nd of 3 timeouts to stop the clock with 1:49 to go. South Spencer looking at 4th and basically 2 yards to go here at the
They're out of timeout. That was their 3rd timeout.
Was their 3rd?
Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So Heritage Hills trailing South Spencer in this one, 17-14. Rebels had the 3rd and 7 and come up 2 yards short of the first down. And we'll see what the Rebels do on 4th down here. They appear like they will go for it, although Roberts is the punter and he's in on offense anyway. But the Patriots certainly expect the Rebels to go for it.
Like I said, I'd be shocked if this is not a really, really hard count and a timeout.
Roberts and Rowan to the near side, I formation. Webb barking out the call, pitches near side. Burden tries to get to the corner, and Andrew Bell latches on.
And didn't get it.
And where will the spot be? He didn't get it at the 44-yard line. It'll be Heritage Hill's ball, and an outstanding play for Andrew Bell. Looked like Burden was going to get outside of him, and Bell dove with two hands and grabbed onto the jersey and slowed Burden up. They're going to bring the chains in, but I don't think he got it.
That's not even close, I don't think.
No.
And they don't have to bring the chains all the way across for this.
But a full-out dive for Andrew Bell to latch onto that jersey and bring him down.
He brought him down, and he also had a little bit of help there. He stopped him. Andrew stopped him, and he got help. I'm not sure who it was. I think it might have been Aaron Bain. I think Aaron Bain finally finished him off.
The chains will come all the way across the field to the home sideline where that play was run to, and they will stretch out. Clock is stopped with 1:43 to go, and it is short, and Heritage Hills takes over on down. So the Patriot defense gets the stop. 1:43 to go. Heritage Hills out of timeouts. Clock will not start until the snap because there's been a change of possession.
I think see if the Rebel defensive philosophy can get it flipped. Got to keep everything in front of you now.
So Heritage Hills 1st and 10 from its own 43. No timeouts left, 1:43 to go, and South Spencer leads 17-14. Caleb Sablehouse wide to the far side. Kenton Cruz to the near side. The H-back to the far side is Collins. Offset eye in the pistol. Wilkerson awaits the snap and takes it. Drops, wants to throw, has time. Fires deep far side for Sablehouse. It is knocked away. Isaac Rowan playing safety came over and leaped over the top and knocked that away. Sablehouse had both hands on it, but Rowan timed it well and knocked it away. 2nd and 10. Clock stops with 1:36 to go.
You have to get something in the middle, don't you?
Yeah, you got to throw it underneath here, and South Spencer really playing tight on the sides here. You got to get one of those athletes, Sablehouse, Cruz, Collins, Conarding, underneath these guys, underneath these linebackers, and let them try to run.
Sablehouse
South Spencer with two deep safeties. That's not an easy thing to do to cover a speedy guy underneath.
4 wide receivers. Wilkerson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Pressure picked up. Throw across the middle.
There it is.
Collins. Incomplete. Sam Collins had both hands on it at the 39, but looked to run before he secured the football, and it's now 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that's what we wanted. We got to get it across that middle there, and you got some athletes there that can break some tackles and outrun some people.
Clock stops with 1:30 to go. South Spencer leads Heritage Hills 17-14. Patriots trying to drive for at least a tying field goal, if not a winning touchdown. But looking at 3rd and 10 in their own territory. Steckler and Cruz go to the far side. Collins and Sablehouse to the near side. Wilkerson in the shotgun on 3rd down. Takes the snap, drops to throw, has time, looks, fires across the middle. Leaping attempt for Kenton Cruz. Well covered, he couldn't pull it down at the 37-yard line. It'll be 4th and 10.
Once again, Lair on the covers.
Trevor Lair, pretty good coverage, not a bad thrown ball. Cruz on the leap, just could not pull it down. Heritage Hills needs at least 10 for a first down to keep the game alive. South Spencer wanting the stop. 4th and 10 for the Patriots from their own 43.
10 seconds on the play clock.
4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Wilkerson again in the shotgun. Takes the snap. The Rebels might have jumped. The throw far side, incomplete, no flags. Caleb Rush looked like might have jumped coming up the middle on that rush, but no flags, and Steckler with the ball behind him made a leap and couldn't come up with it. Heritage Hills turns it over on downs, and without timeouts, Heritage Hills won't be able to stop the clock, and South Spencer will be able to run this out in the final 1:19. South Spencer will line up in the victory formation. Isaac Rowan, the deepest back, 15 yards off the ball. Webb will take a knee, and will have to do so maybe one or two or more times, and this one will be over.
Well, this South Spencer team, they went down, Steve, but they put a drive together when they needed to. Come back, and then the defense gets a stand. And they're going to enter sectional play with big-time momentum.
Clock down to 45 seconds. Webb will have to take a knee one more time, at least. He'll take it here, and we'll see whether the officials will start the play clock or not. They haven't yet. They'll wait for it to roll under 25. So Rebels don't have to run another play, and this one is over. The AEP Powerball Trophy for 2013 goes to the South Spencer Rebels as they hold on for the 17-14 victory over the Heritage Hills Patriots. After just 3 points on the board in the first half, this one got wild and woolly in the second half. And South Spencer with the come-from-behind touchdown to win it, 17-14. Rebels have won 4 in a row. They finished the regular season at 7-2, 5-2 in the PAC. Heritage Hills ends the regular season at 2-7 and 2-5. 17-14 your final score. That'll wrap up our coverage on WJTS 18 Sports. Stay tuned. The post-game report comes up next on 103.3 The Fix.
Sit down.